Now we go back inside Manhattan Comprehensive, where kids struggle night and day to earn a high school diploma. What does it take to succeed, to get a first toehold on the ladder up? You may not know until you've walked in these students' shoes or maybe pedaled on their bike. Correspondent Robert Krulwich picks up our story with a young man who works all day long weaving through the streets of New York as a bike messenger before he arrives for his second shift at school.
It's breakfast time, 9 in the morning on a school day, and Diakete, a student at Manhattan Comprehensive, is off to work. Diakete goes to school at the end of the day, and for this 18-year-old boy from Mali, work is nothing new.
Yeah, I started working when I was 8, I think 8, yeah. I used to help my father.
Diakete says when he was 13, his father died of a heart attack and his family scattered. But one of his father's friends got him a ticket to America, and he arrived with how much money?
Only $50. $50.
He had no English, well, a little English.
What's your name? My name is whatever, and I love you and stuff like that.
And he'd been given one address for a hair salon in Brooklyn run by a woman from Mali who got him a temporary bed and told him, look for work. He was 16 and alone.
I don't have any family, so I'm my father, my mother, my everything, you know.
But he did have a dream, to get an education and one day to go to college. Then a teacher he happened to meet sent him to Manhattan Comprehensive, and right away they noticed this kid has a problem.
When I met him, he actually came to the Student Life Center to get some money for food. If a student comes down here a few times and doesn't have any money to eat, or is worried about his transportation to go home, I usually want to know what's going on with them. So I asked him a few questions, if he's in trouble, where he lives, and I found out that he's alone in this country.
He was staying with some people who I guess were also from his country, but were no relation to him whatsoever, so basically we're charging him some sort of rent to live there. And he was very, very concerned. He saw himself becoming homeless, and with that, everything starting to unravel. And since he could enter the foster care system prior to 18 as a destitute minor, I thought that that was basically his best option.
So foster care pays for his apartment, basic expenses, school is free. Even so, Diakete kept working. He spent his days as a bike messenger, delivering packages, and then at the end of the day, he started school, staying in class till 11 p.m. and then going all the way back to the Bronx. There's not a lot of time here for studying, and it shows. Diakete is getting a test back. This is a history test. And he can see his grade. Not there. There. He's hiding the test.
I did it bad, you know. I only got 24. I only got 24. Yeah.
I still have a degree for it. Okay, so.
Yeah.
This isn't good. 24 out of what?
24 out of 100.
He's smiling, but when he's embarrassed, Diakete always smiles.
Your insight tells you he's smart enough.
Right.
So what isn't he enough?
Being here enough, reading enough, studying enough, and performing long enough.
When he came to the school and he met with me, he told me he loves to go to school. He wants to go to college. He plans to have this amazing life for himself through education. About a few weeks ago, I realized that all this is changing, so when I confronted him with it, I told him, I showed up for you, but you're not showing up for yourself.
So the school laid down the law. Since Diakete doesn't need this job, they made him quit the job and concentrate on school.
We thought it would be a good idea for him to move to the day school.
Do you think that Diakete will graduate from here eventually?
I think he will. He will.
I'm gonna follow the lead, try to do something better in my life.
Diakete is willing to challenge oncoming traffic with his bike, so don't bet against him.